Hello everyone! Welcome back to Storytime. I'm Scott. This month we're reading I'm Taking a Trip on My Train by Shirley Neitzel. I'm taking a trip on my train. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. A bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. Here's my locomotive. It's shiny and black. And a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. I'll wave to the people along the track. From my locomotive shiny and black, and a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. There are gondolas and boxcars with doors that slide, and I'll wave to the people along the track from my locomotive shiny and black, and a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. I have long, round tankers with liquid inside, gondolas and boxcars with doors that slide, and I'll wave to the people along the track from my locomotive shiny and black, and a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. I'll go over a trestle that's high in the air, pulling long, round tankers with liquid inside, gondolas and boxcars with doors that slide, and I'll wave to the people along the track from my locomotive shiny and black, and a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. I'll zip through the tunnel, it's dark in there, and go over a trestle that's high in the air, pulling long, round tankers with liquid inside, gondolas and boxcars with doors that slide, and I'll wave to the people along the track from my locomotive shiny and black, and a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. I'll check my watch so I won't be late. As I zip through the tunnel, it's dark in there, and go over a trestle that's high in the air, pulling long round tankers with liquid inside, gondolas and boxcars with doors that slide, and I'll wave to the people along the track from my locomotive shiny and black, and a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. The whistle will sound at the signal and gate, and I'll check my watch so I won't be late. As I zip through the tunnel, it's dark in there, and go over a trestle that's high in the air, pulling long round tankers with liquid inside, gondolas and boxcars with doors that slide, and I'll wave to the people along the track from my locomotive shiny and black, and a bright red caboose is at the rear. When I wear my striped cap, I'm the engineer, and I'm taking a trip on my train. Then Mother walked in and said, "It's clear from your cap and your watch, you're the engineer. And you've made your sister into a star by letting her whistle and count every car. You've traveled, no doubt, to faraway places, seen rivers and mountains and many new faces. I have a request. I don't think it's too hard. Before going to bed, pick up this freight yard. Because during the night, I'd like to refrain from taking an unplanned trip on your train. The end. Thanks for joining us. Now let's pop on over to Roni for an amazing craft.
Hi everyone, it's me, Roni, again here at the Colorado Railroad Museum. So excited to see you. We're here once again to do our craft for our story time and craft. And we are focusing on the book, I Am Taking a Trip on My Train. So our craft today has to do with that, and I hope you enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun. So let's get started. Let's first talk about what we need to get. So one of the first things we need is paper, because we're going to make a suitcase. So construction paper is awesome, and you can get any color you like, your favorite colors. So I just picked a few real quick, and that's what those are. So we have our construction paper. We need some scissors. We need a hole punch, some glue. I'm using a glass to help make the handle, so I'm just using a glass, but maybe you have something better at home. I know it gets weirder all the time, right? A little bit of ribbon to attach your name to the craft. Some tape. And some pictures. You could get them from a catalog, or maybe you can draw them, but I thought it would be fun to go on the internet and you can have mommy and daddy or somebody in your family go with you and get some pictures off the internet, and that's what I'm doing today. All right, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is get our paper. This is going to be so easy. Okay, so we have our paper, construction paper, and we're going to cut it, fold it in half. Just like that. There's your suitcase for the most part. Okay, for the handle, we're going to put this aside, because that was all done easy. We are going to use another piece of paper. Doesn't matter what color really. Today I'm going to use pink. And so what we're going to do is we are going to make a circle. So we're going to put the glass here and use a white crayon or a pencil or a marker, and we're going to go around the rim. Now it doesn't seem like this is going to be what you think, but it will. Okay. Put the glass aside, and then we're going to cut it out. When I was teaching preschool, it was a lot of fun because I used to tell the kids to pretend that the scissors were a duck and was going around the circle eating the food. Just keep your fingers out of the way. Hold on to this paper because you never know what you're going to need again for something else. Okay, so now you have a circle, but guess what? We're going to cut it in half. We're going to put them together as best as we can. And we're just going to cut the inside out a little bit to make like a handle. There we go. So now we have two handles. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue You're going to glue the handles on. I like to glue them in the inside so they're not going to be falling off on the outside very much. Just kind of do the best you can. I would count 1, 2, 3, flip. On the other side. On. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, while you let that dry, we're going to put it aside because we don't want the handles to fall off. We are going to take the pictures that you got off the internet. I'm going to just cut them out. So, I don't know if you remember the story, but there are a lot of things that he was packing up for his trip. One was a train. Then I think he had an engineer cap. I like this story because I thought it was funny that he took everything that he wanted to play with, but nothing that he needed, like a toothbrush and pajamas and other things for his trip. A caboose. I think he had talked about a caboose. But you could also talk about things that you would like to take. Maybe the most important thing that you would like about a train is a whistle. Or maybe it's the bell. Or maybe you have a train set and your favorite part is the signals or sounds. So there's all kinds of things that other people like. I do like whistles, so I have a train whistle that I found on there. Alright, you can put in as many as you like. I think I just have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, now for the really easy part. You're going to put them in your suitcase so that you know what you're taking with you. So you just take your glue once again, and you can put them any way you want. Put lots of glue so they don't go like stick. I always put a lot of glue because I want to make sure it doesn't get out. Fall out. Of course, the special train. You know, when I first started, I didn't have very many trains at home, but now I have tons of trains. And of course, my whistle. Okay, so it looks like my suitcase is all done. I have a caboose I'm taking my engineer hat, I'm taking my train, I'm taking my whistle. And then you close up your suitcase. But now, who's gonna take care of my suitcase? So I'm taking a little piece of paper. You can do it any color you want. I'm doing white. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. It's going to look like one of those tags that you use on your suitcase. And then this is the tricky part. You just go cut off a little triangle there, a little triangle there. It doesn't look exactly like that, but that's okay. If you want, you can even it out. And then you hole punch it if you want. and then you put your name on there. If you know how to write your name, great. Sometimes your name's really long. You might need a bigger tag. But I have a short little name. There you go. If you have string, you could take the string and then you could wrap it around through the hole and attach it to the handle. But I was thinking about this. It might be better too to just glue it on there. So I'm going to put some glue. Whoop, stick it on there. Now everybody knows that's my suitcase with my stuff in it. Okay. So that's your suitcases you're going to take. And you could also put, maybe you're one of these people who's really responsible and can remember to take a toothpaste. You could put it in there. But anyway, that is our craft. It's our suitcase that goes with our book. I'm taking a trip on my train. See you next month. Bye.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Commenting and sharing in particular may qualify as virtual engagements for important funding programs like the SCFD.